What's going on, y'all? Know where I'm at, and you know what I'm about to do. It's player partner Kyle. Just listening to a podcast on the way to the track today, doing my sprints this afternoon by O'Shea Duke Jackson, and he was talking about something that spoke to me, and I want to just expound on that for a little bit. He was talking about how women love to say, they love to quote this scripture, right? He who finds a wife finds a good thing, which I agree with that. But he took it a step further. He also said, she who finds a husband finds everything. I want to talk about that for a little bit. Ladies, this is for y'all. And bros, this is for us too. You've been told your entire life that you're the prize, right? And to an extent, I agree with that. But you've been misconstrued. All right, you've been led astray. I'm here to bring you back to the water and make you drink. You ain't got to drink, but if you do, good for you. If you don't, you're gonna starve. That Bible verse means that you're already a wife and you've been found. So if I'm out doing my thing or whatnot, and I happen to bump into you, and I see that you already have the qualities and traits of a wife, I found a good thing. It would be in my best interest to snatch you up, get you out the streets, no hot girl summer, no thought shit, no, we're not doing that. You sitting with me in this passenger seat, and we finna ride out to the sunset and live life together, because I found a wife, I found a good thing. I'm not about to let that go. All right? You cannot be out here doing what you want to do and think you could just snap your fingers and cut that shit on. It don't work like that. All right? You have to already be showing these qualities for a man to say, okay, I'm gonna come get you. I'm gonna get you out the streets. Yeah, let me talk like I'm really from Alabama. I'm gonna get you up out the streets, all right? Ain't none of that shit going on. You with me now. That's what the Bible verse means when it says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing, because she's already living that life. She's already walking like a wife, right? Now, let's go to the other part where Mr. O'Shea Duke Jackson expounded on. She who finds a husband finds everything. What do I mean by that? Men, good men, I'm not talking about dogs or whatever you want to call them. No, we're talking about good, decent men, whether you're average or you're above average. When those men come into your life, they automatically make your life better. Just by being there. Automatically, your life will improve by having a good man, a husband in your life. You get everything, and you're not going to get it by default because you got to work for it, right? But you notice the difference between you talking to somebody to where it ain't really popping like that versus you're involved with a man that you know that's serious about you, that wants to lock you down, whether it's in a committed relationship long term or a marriage. You know it, right? Your life is going to improve off the ripple, off the dribble, off the bounce, right? Off the shape, whatever you want to call it. Your life is going to go up. What I'm noticing is a lot of women don't put value on finding good husbands or being good wives. You want to be out here doing whatever it is that you want to do. Run into a good dude, still do what you want to do, and think that, okay, when I get this certain age or when this certain event happens in my life, I'm just gonna be able to cut it off and I can just be a good wife just like that. It don't happen like that. When a husband comes into your life, you know it. And unfortunately, y'all have had husbands come into your lives, you know this, right? And you didn't do right by them. So they ended up leaving, you left them, whatever it is, right? He ended the relationship, whatever. You had your chance with that husband, but you fucked it up. Yes, you fucked it up. You have to take accountability for that. It's a good chance that will not happen to you again if you do not fix your mistakes. Too many of y'all are walking around here thinking that you did nothing wrong. You had a good man in your life. You had a husband in your life. You could have had everything. You could have had it all, but guess what? Maybe he didn't make as much as you. Maybe he wasn't as motivated or dedicated as you that you like him to be. He was just a regular guy. He was just fine with working his job and coming home to you and starting a family with you, kids, this, that, and the third. He would have been something that's constant in your life, something that you do not have right now. How many of y'all, ladies, you're on this dating market, you're on these dating apps, and you fucking hate that shit? The men that you run into only want the throat and they only want the draws. How many of y'all are tired of that? Y'all tired of this rotation dating? Especially you're an older woman, you're in your 30s, mid 30s, early 40s, mid 40s. You know ain't no man out here trying to take you serious. You know this, you know it, and I know it. But guess what? You had a dude, you had a good husband, you had a good man. You had him. You could have had everything. But you let your friends and you let the media tell you that, oh, girl, you don't deserve that. You can do better than that. And you went out here and played your hand and you fucking lost. Now you're out here stuck alone. You don't like it. It's the ugly truth, but it's still the truth. So what you gonna do about that? You got two options. You can change your behavior, or you can be stuck in that same thing that you're doing, and you're gonna be on Instagram, on your stories or wherever, talking about how you know your worth, all these relationship quotes, but you have nobody. You might have somebody that comes through to give you the dick, to beat your back in. You got that. But you have no real relationship. Because you had your husband, you could have had everything, but you threw it away because you thought the grass was greener. We're just now seeing the results of this. I don't need a man. I can do bad by myself. We're just not seeing the results of that shit in real time now. Because we grew up off that, right? Y'all that are in your 20s, your 30s, I'm 34. We grew up off hearing that for 30, 40 years. What now? The chickens have come home to roost. Bros ain't taking it no more. So you know what we did? We started working on ourselves, becoming our best selves, and guess what? Now we got better options. And now that we're finding the women that matches what we're on, what we want to do, they getting snatched up. We making their ass sit the fuck down. Look, come here, you with me now. If you ain't been picked yet, it ain't the men. I'll tell you that right now. Because there are a lot of suitable men out there for you, but guess what? They might not be in your tax bracket, but they'll still be a constant rock in your life. They'll still be solid for you. They'll still be good partners. But you're thinking because you make a certain level of income that's what your level is. No, ma'am, it's not that. How many times I gotta tell you? Look at me. How many times I gotta tell you? Fit, feminine, and friendly. Can you cooperate with the man? Can you submit to a man, even if you make more money than him? Can you do that? If you can't do that, I got bad news for you. It's gonna be a hot summer. You're gonna have a hot girl summer. When fall time comes around, you start seeing these leaves dropping. Christmas time comes, Thanksgiving comes. It gets cold outside. You put on them fucking sweaters with them boots and them scarves. When people are taking family pictures, holiday pictures, they got somebody in the picture. Who you gonna be with? Your dog? Your homegirls? Your children? Or by yourself? And it's gonna be nobody else's fault but your own. if you do not change. It is what it is. So like I said, a man who finds a wife finds a good thing, but a woman who finds a husband finds everything. Ask yourself the question, did you have your everything? And did you let it go? Sorry. You better do the work, especially you're an older woman. You better do that work right now, because time is ticking. I know people love to tell you that you got the time. The only way you have the time is if you're actively doing the work. If you're not actively doing the work, time about to run out, baby. Your options are going down. Sorry. And for bros that are doing the work, our options are going up. But that's another video for another day. Let me go out here and hit these sprints, and I'll holler at y'all later. Get your ass up.